Hi fellow PolyTrippers, I hope you had a productive week and here's my motivational talk for this coming week. Today I want to talk about how you can let native speakers actually teach you. And this is flipping an age-old problem on its head where basically for more complex languages which are more grammar heavy like German or Russian, you can be intimidated to actually talk because there's so many grammatical things that you have to get right before you can actually spit out a grammatically correct sentence. And one notorious example of that is German noun cases. If you know German, you know they've got der, die, and das. And unlike Russian, where it's actually similar, it's actually easier to determine a gender of a noun based on its ending. It's not always possible, but it's easier. With German, when you see a noun, I mean, yes, there's some suffixes which can clue you into to the gender of the noun. And if you don't know what a gender is, like there's masculine, feminine, and neuter. In Spanish and French and Italian and Portuguese, you've got masculine and feminine. In Dutch, you have, I don't know what they call de, but you've got something in neuter. And then you've got two cases. But in German, you have three cases, der, die, and das. And before you can say any sentence which uses the word the, you have to know which article, which case the noun is in, and you have to use the right case and to make matter actually the right gender, and then to make matters worse, depending on the case of the noun, whether it's nominative, accusative, dative, or genitive, that totally changes the articles that you use and the adjective declensions and the noun declensions depending on the case and depending on the gender of the noun. So it's a total, I don't want to say a bad word, but it's a total mess. And it can be very intimidating for a non-native speaker to actually speak these languages because of that, because either you just butcher the language and you're just like an elephant in a china shop, just totally just destroying the grammar and everything in your wake because you don't care, or you want to try and make some effort to do things properly, but it's intimidating because you don't always know the right case, you don't know the right, you don't always know the right gender, and you don't want to sound like an idiot when you use the wrong thing. And so there's a compromise that I'm proposing to you. And that compromise is take the time, learn the grammar, do the best you can, but then when you want to use a word and you can't remember what it is, like for example, there was this one German lesson but I couldn't remember whether for the roof, I knew it was Dach, but I didn't remember whether it's der Dach or das Dach, you know? And so basically, the way that I talk right now is if I've used the word Dach and if I don't know what it means, I'd be like, der Dach, das Dach. I'll start the sentence, but I'll list the possibilities, and the native speaker will correct me. She knows it's das Dach. She'll say that right away, and then then I've actually learned something, and rather than not saying the sentence because I was too scared to, I've actually leveraged the knowledge of the native speaker I'm talking to actually teach me the language on the fly as I'm talking. So that's something that you could very easily do. You can do that with cases, you can do that with genders, you can do that with anything. You've got a person right in front of you that knows how to conjugate things. Use them. It's as simple as that. So this is all, again, part and parcel of my overarching philosophy of not taking yourself too seriously, not trying to be perfect, relaxing, being okay with making mistakes. And this again is another technique that you can use to leverage the knowledge of the native speaker that you're talking to and actually learn something instead of being too scared to spit out that sentence. So anyway, that's my piece for this week. And also check out our resources at polytripper.com, where we have a number of resources, games, and exercises that will take your language learning to the next level. And finally, if you like us, please spread the word. If you like us, please spread the word, because we don't have the deep advertising pockets our competitors do. So we rely on good souls like you to spread the word so that we can keep our costs down and let our teachers keep more of their money. So thank you for playing your part, and I'll see you all next week. Take care. Bye.